Hey, my name's Leon Duncan. I am a real estate broker with eXp Realty. Wanted to do this video on why eXp. Why did I close down my real estate brokerage and come over to eXp? I'm going to try to do this unedited, so you might hear my kids in the background. Can't control them. I told them I'm doing this video, so it is what it is right about now. I'm not going to keep starting and stopping this video for them. Okay. But man, I started in real estate back in 2006. When I started, it was with the purpose of actually becoming an investor. My family invests at the time, fixing and flipping, buying and holding. I wanted to grow my real estate portfolio. I knew real estate was the best way to actually escape. The cash flow from real estate would allow me now to do other things that I wanted to do in my life. And that's why I felt the best way to learn real estate was to get my real estate license. I had my aunt, she told me, hey, Leon, get your real estate license. You're great in sales, so you can sell real estate. But I told her I didn't want to sell real estate. But guess what happened? Right after I got my real estate license, I started selling real estate. I mean, it's the fastest way to get a paycheck. Unfortunately, I lost track of what was going on. When I say going on, meaning I got into it in order to get my real estate license and to build a portfolio, but now I end up helping buyers and sellers sell their home. Matter of fact, my very first sale was a real estate investment transaction when my manager, the owner of the company, fired me, and then he actually called me back after I got my real estate license, fired me, man, and called me back right after I got my real estate license. Well, had my license already. He fired me when I got my license, but called me back after he fired me to sell his house. Damn! And I ended up doing a transaction where I was working with an investor who was buying it. And that was the very first time I experienced a real estate investor transaction and then also a wholesale deal. It was early 2006. I'm not going to get so much into the type of deal it was, but I didn't really recognize what it was until years later. 2009, I got my broker's license. My broker, the guy who I got my broker's license, who taught me in the broker's class, taught a classroom full of us, said that not everybody's going to be a broker. I mean, you get in this license, that doesn't mean you're going to open your own brokerage. Not everybody's called to open their own brokerage, blah, blah, blah. I didn't really care. My whole purpose was to get my broker's license because it was the next level in training. And to go past that was to open a property management company to help manage property. I mean, during that time, the market was falling. I didn't know anything about a real estate crash. I didn't understand what that was. I was coming in during that time. But I knew getting a broker's license would allow me to open a property management company. And that in turn would allow me to now turn around and to manage real estate portfolios. So to me, that was the extent of me using my broker's license. 2015, things kind of changed because me and my wife, we bought our first investment property. This is when I actually started to refocus my energy in real estate and really decided I wanted not just to help people find homes, but I wanted to find properties for myself to own and to cash flow on. So now I get into the space of buying our very first investment property, minutes away from our home. It was one of the best transactions we ever made. It was a for sale by owner. We were driving in the neighborhood and we saw the sign, it's for sale by owner sign. The guy was selling it because his wife gambled too much. So it was a cool little transaction, but it opened my mindset to buy and hold, cash flow, all the teachings of the cash flow quadrant, Robert Kiyosaki, which I had read before, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and I really tried to model in different areas and parts of my life. In 2017 is when I opened my own brokerage. And out of opening it, I did it out of a desire really to get free of a commission adjustment that was going to take place in the brokerage I was in. Literally, he was taking it from flat fee to a 20-30% split, meaning the agent pays 20 to 30% depending on how long they've been in the business. The broker makes 70-80%. From a flat fee to that, it was a huge jump in my opinion. And so I decided that I was going to open my own brokerage. I mean, I'm a broker already, and at that time I was already doing wholesale transactions. He allowed that, wholesale deals. I was doing creative real estate financing, creative real estate transactions. It made no sense for me to continue to do it under him when I can do it under myself, and the difference was just getting an MLS account. So I went and I did that, incorporated, got my MLS account, first multiple listing service in Georgia, and I started to just sell real estate. I didn't plan to bring agents in, but in the course of selling it, I gathered agents. I got the opportunity to actually talk to agents that I would do business with, agents I wouldn't want to do business with or be in my brokerage. And I didn't really think about recruiting to bring agents in, but it was like a normal cash flow type of situation. It was like, man, I'm doing all the deals to keep the doors open, and they're doing one deal every 3 months or every 2 months. Hey, that's a cool extra check that's in the mail right there. Why not take advantage of it? I couldn't add in more agents because there's a line between now becoming an admin, bringing in an admin, adding in agents, managing the agents, overviewing their paperwork, things I really didn't want to do. I mean, I was doing it for myself, but I didn't want to do it for a bunch of agents. But I knew that there was money in it. And I loved helping my agents complete transactions and helping them with deals, just the ones that were there. I spent time teaching them how to wholesale, how to fix and flip, how to find deals in the open market. So right after that, one of my largest years, best years, back to back, I did a real estate transaction with an eXp agent, and I got a call from another eXp agent. He explained who he was. He said, hey, my name is James, I think you would be a good fit. I'm like, why? I don't do traditional business. I said, none of my deals are traditional. I work with investors. He said, you can still work with investors at eXp. You can still do the same thing that you normally do. Work with investors, find investment deals. There's nothing wrong with that. And I put him off, to be honest. He spoke to me, and when he spoke to me, I felt like I already had it. I had everything that I needed. Why would I give up this to come over to eXp? It makes no sense at all. I spoke to him in 2019, and then all through the 2020, the pandemic took place. I was looking at the eXp stock, and it was kind of baffling to me how the stock was going up during the pandemic. And they were making money. He was making money. He was bringing in more agents, making more money. And I was making more money too, but it was a different type of money. It was the type of money where I still was working, and I could actually do 5-6 transactions in that month, and I would really be tired from running that 5-6 transactions. Simultaneously, I started to realize that I could do better and be better with others in my circle, whether it's a team or whether it's people that's helping me grow. I woke up one morning and I said, I'm switching. And I think it kind of came from him, from seeing his checks, how they increased his revenue share. I thought that was phenomenal. To me, that revenue share thing fit right in the cash flow quadrant. And I felt like real estate agents didn't really look at it. I mean, I felt like real estate agents, my frustration was I felt real estate agents, the ones I dealt with, didn't understand that at the end of the day, they were still working in the system and it was pimping them, and you were only good as your last deal. I used to be in sales for a Fortune 500 company. We would say, man, you're only as good as your last sale. That means the last time you sold is the only time they really care. That's it. Until you sell again, then they'll care. And that, it was pretty deep, but it was true. So it made sense to me. It took a while and it clicked and it made sense. That was the business part of the cash flow quadrant. I was focusing so much on the I part, which was the investing part. The business part was another entity altogether. I mean, it is actually the fuel that allows you to do the investing part. And running a real estate brokerage is a business, that's true, but I envision having a real estate brokerage that wasn't just in one state. I can partner with agents in 50 states. And so it started to click and make sense to me. It started to click and make good sense to me. So I woke up one morning and said, man, I'm changing. And I told my agent, said, hey, whoever wants to come with me, come on with me. I'm going to switch to eXp. Some went, one came, the rest left. But since then, I've replaced even the ones that were there, and I found even more loyal, more dedicated, more hungry, ambitious people. I think I came for the money because the revenue share was so exciting, the concept of revenue share. But you know what really kept me? It's not the revenue share. It's the collaboration. It's the fact that I can actually talk to guys that do 300, 200 transactions. I can get on their calendar. I can talk to them if they've built a business or they built a team or they have investment property or they're used to dealing with buyers and sellers or investors in this way. I was able to get all of that. And the collaboration, the connection, the fact that you're no longer in business by yourself. See, when you're a broker, and some agents experience this also, you're like on your own island. You're by yourself. There's not too many people that's with you or really you can talk to. You can't go talk to this guy over here who's a broker because you're really competing against him. God forbid, he might give you some of his ideas. Can't go talk to this person over here. They're looking at you as being up here, and if you tell them, hey, I'm having a problem here, they're like, oh man, you're not as good as I thought you were. Nah, let me leave you alone. Very few people could you actually share with and actually get from. In this space, I found people that were a lot more experienced than me. So it's very humbling at the same time because as agents, we get to start thinking we know everything and we really don't, but we start thinking we do. And that's enough for us, right? I think I do, so I do. The thing was, I was sitting in a room with people that knew a lot more than me. Very humbling, but very, very motivating too. Because after a while, you can get in a place when you're just an independent broker and you're stuck in that place of, oh, I do 50 transactions, 100 transactions that year. And you're stuck in that place. If you're an agent and you've never had a brokerage, or anything like that, you can get stuck in that, oh, I'm paying a flat fee service and I only paid $300 a transaction. I only have to do 6 for a year and I can add extra money to my pocket. Some people think like that, and it's nothing wrong. I never shoot down people that think like that. But for me, I wanted more, and I was stuck in a certain place because I didn't have anything challenging me, no motivation, and the image, the dream, the picture wasn't big. Like I didn't see it. So I came here and I'm on a phone. I'm talking to the guy who recruited James in, and he opens his back office, shows me revenue share, and I'm like, I explode. I'm like, I can't believe this guy making this much money this month. I'm like, dang, month after month, like, ooh, that's nasty. But I thought it would really be the money, but it wasn't. I think it's just the people, the connection. People telling you to go out and increase your business, and then showing you how to go and do it, and then having masterminds and coaching calls, and every year about 6. I looked at the calendar this year, 2022. I mean, it's like 6 freaking trips from Cancun over to Vegas, different places, just to hear people what they do, how they do it, and for them to pour into you constantly, and that blew my mind. There was in the sense of competition of I got to be better than you and I'm going to hold something back from you. Because I came in a group with people that share and they benefit from my growth. It was like, let me pour everything I got into you so that you can win. Or let me give you all the tools, or let me expose you to more. Exposure is the difference between success and failure, I kind of feel, in real estate. The more you're exposed to a different mindset of how people do different things, now you can take the best practices and add it to yours. And what's dope or even better is that I got somebody now to go and say, hey, I added what you did in. How do you think about me making this change? Or I'm having this kind of challenge. What do you think about this? And you always have somebody that specializes in something. We got guys who specialize in investment properties, buyers, just dealing with buyers, just dealing with sellers. So that made me stick. And I thought it would be the money, but it really wasn't that. It was the desire and the competition to grow. Competition, not in a way of I'm competing, I'm not going to share with you, in a way of saying, man, I'm going to this level. You know, come and catch me if you can. I'm like, yeah, I can. That's one thing that grabbed me about eXp. And I tell you, eXp isn't the same for everybody. We have a lot of different teams here and different groups in eXp. But I do like the fact that if you go in the eXp world, everybody's the same. When you go to an eXp convention, everybody's the same. Everybody's there to cheer on the company because we own part of the company. I didn't own part of Keller Williams. I owned all of my company, but no assets to really go with it. No experience that for 30, 40, 50 years in this real estate space to even build on or stand on. It's awesome from that standpoint. I mean, like anything, there's cons to it. I mean, some people don't like the fact that you don't have an office. They don't have an office to go into. I don't have an office. I need to have an office. The Regions office, I had a business partner who she's working at the Regions office. She called me, saying, I'm at the Regions office, man. It's pretty nice. I'm like, I haven't tried it yet, but you're enjoying it. Shoot, I need to try it too, you know? There's no perfect real estate brokerage, but I do believe, for me, I don't want to sell real estate forever. I don't want to. And the streams of income and the opportunities to grow other services that I could creatively bring out, and in addition to that, the opportunity to one day retire, which I would never retire, but have that money there to be able to do that I can actually sell the business, transfer it, will it to my heirs. Those things kind of stuck out to me, and it really, I genuinely feel, after being at eXp for these last few months, that they genuinely want a company that is owned by agents also, and to the point that they will pull agents in for feedback, insight. What do you think we could do better? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? Because you're a shareholder in the company, and they want it to be, they want the best for the agents that's there. It's not about lining the pockets of the owner, but it's about everybody lining their pockets and having an opportunity. It's about the owner lining your pockets while he's lining his pockets. No, I'm just gonna say, everybody getting money, everybody getting rich, but everybody growing, more importantly, and everybody having fun. And I have fun. I legit have fun. Even the work is fun. It can be it pushes you to grow, but even the work is actually fun. And I can legit say that. So this is my rant, my reason why I shut down my brokerage doing 35 to 50 days a year and boarded over to eXp Realty. I still got now the opportunity to be an investor agent. I still can invest my property. I can still do my creative real estate, but now I'm just not looking for real estate. I'm growing my stock options. I'm growing my revenue share. I'm helping other agents grow theirs. And I'm a believer, when you give, is given back to you. When you sow into the lives of others, you will reap. Okay, I'm a believer in that. So now I can help others grow their businesses, and in turn is also growing mine. And that's one reason why I ditched my brokerage for eXp. Man, I hope this helps somebody. I hope it blesses somebody. Took me a while to get this done. I've done like 2 or 3 different videos of it. I'm like, I don't like the lighting. But this is the reason why I'm no longer doing this. I'm doing that, and I'm over at eXp Realty. And I would say, if this is something, anything I said, if it kind of sparked your attention, like this video, message me whatever channel you find this on, whether it's on my website, reach out to me. I'll be happy to show you the compensation plan and show you how we strategically grow in eXp, and how eventually you can retire from this business with a level of dignity, which, you know, I've seen those agents that are 80 years old, 75 years old, still selling real estate, and they're selling it because they have to. I don't want to be that. Through my real estate holdings and growing my business over here, I believe that I'll be able to call my shots as the future goes on. And I see nothing but bright things in the future for eXp. The stock has no cap, no limit, and I want to be a part of that. And I hope you would too. You have a great day. My name is Leon Duncan. I'm an associate broker with eXp Realty, Leon Duncan Real Estate Partners. Look me up. You guys have a blessed